Hi, my name is Anastasia, and I started Patch of Heaven Ministries, and I want to read to you a book called A Safe Place Beyond Sexual Abuse by Morrison. I'm going to start today just by reading the introduction and the first chapter, chapter 1. Morrison has started a group at my church, and it was called Sarah, or is called Sarah. That stands for Serious Abuse Recovery and Healing. This group was just amazing. I mean, the healing, it touched my heart. It healed me. I have been through so many therapists and counselors, and I have learned so many amazing coping skills. And I didn't want to cope anymore. I wanted to really, truly be healed. And I wanted to find a way to bring Sarah, this group, this class, to everyone after going through it. And I started Patch of Heaven Ministries to be able to bring Sarah to other people, to the world, quite frankly, to bring God and this healing to everyone. Soldiers of the Cross Ministry is another outreach ministry group from Lakeview Church, and it's just it's amazing. It's awesome. Lakeview Church has God has used Lakeview Church and Sarah to touch my life in such an incredible way. God he's awesome. He really is. So I'm going to start and begin here by reading A Safe Place. Can you see this? I don't know if I read the right way. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, A Safe Place. And there's a reflection there. It's Beyond Sexual Abuse, A Safe Place by Morrison. And I hope there's some people out there who come to my site, and I hope that this touches your life. I really do. If it be God's will, you will get to this channel, and you will begin this journey with me this year. It's a great, fantastic, awesome way to start your new year. It really is. So here's the introduction, and since it's January 1st, we're just going to do chapter 1 in the introduction today. Introduction. Since an introduction is for introducing, here goes. My name is Jan. I am tall and thin and blonde, and I think I am a pretty nice person to know. But I haven't always felt that way. I am a sexual abuse victim. I have personally lived through the horror, experienced the feelings of hurt, and acted out the bitterness and hatred that followed my abuse. But I have also experienced deep healing. In my work with sexually abused teens in high schools, I've spent hours growing great friendships with young people who have experienced deep pain. I have attended rape trials and sat alongside victims as they confronted their abusers. I've revealed my own story in listening to theirs, but my work isn't all sadness and pain. I've watched teens as they journeyed out of shame, guilt, anger, and hatred, and started to grow into all they were meant to be. I've shared their joy as they gained the freedom to accept themselves as worthy, valuable human beings, and the freedom to accept intimacy, love, and sexuality as beautiful gifts. The Journey. This book was written to encourage you to make a journey beyond sexual abuse, to a safe place where you are free to become all you are intended to be. It won't be an easy journey. I'll admit, the going will get very rough. Sometimes there will be high mountains to scale and deep valleys to climb out of. If your abuse has ended, you may be thinking, why should I go through all that struggle? It's over now. I'll just go on with my life from here. But that's a mistake too many of us make. I personally, this is not in the book, personally I felt that way. I really did. And I made that mistake far too many times. Back to the introduction. All of us, sexual abuse victims, need to understand that if we don't deal with the effects of our abuse, the ugly secret will definitely rear its nasty head and steal yet more of our lives. When we fall in love for the first time, when we deal with authority figures on the job, when we marry and we want to share all ourselves for the rest of our lives, when our children reach the age we were when we were abused, when we find ourselves in situations with good people, and the list goes on and on and on and on. The effects of sexual abuse will not just go away, but they can be conquered. As we uncover together the lies the sexual abuse creates, you will grow to understand the truth about love and sexuality as they were created to be. The truth will set you free to conquer the effects of your abuse. The results are worth the effort, because it's in this freedom that you'll discover something truly special that's the real you. Although the journey, I'm sorry, it brings tears to my eyes. It does. I get choked up and it brings tears to my eyes because I know you can do this. I do. I know that if you make the effort, and it's a lot of effort and it's hard, it's very hard, but you can do this. I know you can. So if you'll stick with me, please. If you will stick with me. I know probably a lot of you are about to smack me right now. I know that because I felt that way. It's all that anger and that hate and that hardness in your heart. I felt that way. I did. Please believe I really did feel that way. But if you will stick with me, you can let that go. Really, you actually can. You can actually let go of all that hate and all that anger. Sorry, that's the book. Although the journey will be your own, we can't all travel the same path, or use the same transportation, or move ahead at the same speed. You shouldn't try to travel alone. Friends your own age are great and ultimately important. It's good to be able to talk with them about the journey and your own new discoveries. But your teen friends are not equipped to help you chart the best route to your destination, no matter how much they want to help. Break from the book here. If you're lucky enough to have teen friends, quite frankly, my kids and we hardly had any friends. We had a couple friends at times. My kids, I know for a fact, he moved us around so much every 3 years. They weren't allowed to have friends. They hardly made any friends. And it was so hard for them to get attached because he didn't want them to have friends over. He didn't want them going over to friends' houses because, then the truth would come out. If you had any bonds, if they had any bonds with anyone. So a lot of you, if you're listening to this right now and you're hearing this introduction, you may not have friends. You may not have people that you feel that you can trust or talk to, because that's something that your abuser prevents you from having and building those relationships with. And I understand. I do. And so does Jen. And these people that are in these groups. And that's what's awesome. I like to have support groups. And we're going to get to that. So, ask a mature friend if such a person is available to you. A teacher, pastor, counselor, or the mom of a close friend. And I understand, right from the book again, Maybe one of those people I just mentioned was your abuser or is your abuser. So I understand that too. So please don't just turn the channel off or click and go away from this page right now if one of those people I just mentioned was the abuser or is the abuser. Please continue with this. Please. Because your freedom is there. Your freedom is there. I promise you. To help you get started, because I'm here. I'm here right now. I am here, and you can contact me, and I will be there praying for you, and I will help you get through this. You can contact me. To help you get started, back to the book. You will probably discover that you need the help of a professional trained in the area of sexual abuse for part of your trip. One of the most important things you can do for yourself to make your journey easier and faster is to get into a support group with other teens who have been abused. The purpose of the support groups is to help victims of the abuse identify with their emotions and understand their actions. Group members don't have to be taught to understand your situation and feelings. In a support group, you'll find friends who will accept you just as you are. Right from the book here a second. I cannot begin to tell you how important that is. I can't tell you what it meant to me when I started Sarah. That would be the support group, okay? I was like, wow, there are other people who have been through these things, who have endured these things, and it's real. It's real. It's real for them. You can't name names, okay? So I'm not going to name her name, but for a second there, I thought I was losing my mind. I thought maybe God sent an angel. This one lady, dear God in heaven, she had been through everything I had went through, and my kids. I thought, that's a new name. How could any person go through and experience all of that? How? And she's healed. She's not angry. She's not full of hate. She's up there, and she's got this peace, this amazing peace about her. And I had no idea anybody could feel that, could really be that way after all of that evil, after all of that evil touching you and consuming you. And she's she just irradiates from her. You know, all these people walk in the room and it's almost like a light is shooting out of them. That was her, and I wanted that. Oh, I wanted that. Right then, there, in that moment, I knew I wanted some of that. I was going to get some. I was going to get some. Yeah, that's the book. You can have that. God wants to give it to you. You're unique. Remember, you're unique. You're going to travel in your own way, along your own path, through your own pitfalls. I'm going to stop because I think I might need to make a second video right now, but we're still in the introduction. So this is going to be the end of video 1, and I'm going to start the introduction part 2.